Hello, this is Ikra Khalid, Member of Parliament in Mississauga, Erin Mills, and today we're here in our community office in Mississauga, Erin Mills, and we're hosting a press conference with the Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, along with Members of Parliament Ruby Sahota and Member of Parliament Salma Zahid, and this is to talk about a very positive step forward in rebuilding a relationship with a country like Pakistan, as is very, very important to Canadians of Pakistani heritage. Over the past 4 years, we've been really focusing on rebuilding that relationship. And one of the many branches is student visas and students that come into Canada from Pakistan. And today's announcement is a very positive step forward in continuing to build that bridge between those two countries. So tune in, look forward to having you out and about in the community. And thank you so much, Pakistan Times Weekly and Times Television.
नाज़रीन, हम सलमा जाहिद के साथ हैं जो कि स्कार्बोरो सेंटर से हमारी मेंबर पार्लियामेंट हैं, वेरी डेडिकेटेड, वेरी हेल्पिंग एंड वेरी हार्ड वर्किंग। सलमा, बताइए आज के जो प्रोग्राम है और आज का जो अनाउंसमेंट है, तो व्हाट डू यू से अबाउट इट?
आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट न्यूज़ कि जो है स्टूडेंट डायरेक्ट स्ट्रीम अब जो है वो पाकिस्तान को भी इंक्लूड करेगी, और इस सिलसिले में हम लोग काफ़ी एडवोकेट करते रहे हैं, और आप सब लोगों का शुक्रिया कि आप लोगों ने इस चीज़ को हाईलाइट किया और हम लोगों ने इसको एडवोकेट किया है। और इट्स अ ग्रेट न्यूज़ कि नाउ पाकिस्तान इज़ इन द लिस्ट ऑफ दोज कंट्रीज़ फ्रॉम वेयर वी विल हैव स्टूडेंट डायरेक्ट स्ट्रीम।
आप क्या समझती हैं आइंदा आने वाले इलेक्शन में पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी का क्या रिएक्शन होगा?
आई थिंक इट्स ग्रेट। सो लाइक जो हमने पिछले 3.5 साल में काम किया है, इट्स अमेजिंग। वर्क स्पीक्स ऑफ इटसेल्फ। वी हैव अ ट्रैक record. Economy is doing very well in Canada. Canada's economy is one of the fastest growing in G7 right now. Over last 3.5 years, Canadians have created 1 million jobs. Policies of Canada Child Benefit, tax breaks to the middle class are working. We have lifted over 300,000 kids out of poverty. The unemployment rate is at its lowest, but still we have to do a lot more work, and we are working hard, telling our track record to the people. We are working hard in the riding. Everyone is working. So to make sure that our message gets through, what we have done and what we need to do together.
Yeah, you know, the Salma is the member parliament who knocked each and every door in Scarborough. I have witnessed that. और इनका जो हार्ड वर्क था, मैं उसको अप्रिशिएट करता हूँ, और मैं आपसे अपील करता हूँ कि आइंदा नेक्स्ट आने वाले इलेक्शंस में शी विल बी आवर कैंडिडेट एंड शी विल बी द विनर फ्रॉम दैट एरिया। Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm with Gagan Sikand here with the Member Parliament. Today, Minister of Immigration announced good news for the Pakistani students. So, Gagan, what do you say about today's announcement? What's your comment?
At first, I'd like to start off by saying Assalamu alaikum to everybody watching at home. Today's a good news announcement. You know, we've had concerns from constituents that Pakistani students weren't given the same opportunities as perhaps other students. And you know, that's a bit concerning because we know that Pakistan produces very intelligent students, and we want to benefit here in Canada from those intelligent individuals. So today he announced that students could take advantage of the direct stream, which is fantastic news because we want these individuals to come to Canada and not only learn a lot, but also contribute to our own learning as well.
Is it impact your campaign, like because now the election is very near, because at this time this decision impact your election results or something? What do you think?
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ announcement ਆ, it just builds on things that we've been doing. ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਕਿਹਾ we are the party that listens. ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੜੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ to make sure ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹੀ ਕੀਤਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣ ਦੀ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਾਪਸ ਗਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ we were able to bring such a nice announcement today.
Thank you, Gagan Sekhan. Thank you for your efforts. All member parliaments from the South Asian community doing a lot for the community. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hi, I'm with Rob Elephant, which is a member parliament from Don Valley West. He's with us, and today Minister of Immigration have a announcement for the Pakistani students. So what do you say about this today?
I'm very excited about this today. Minister Hussen has made an announcement that we've been expecting for a while. In April, we were told that we would be able to get direct service for students coming from Pakistan, which means an expedited, faster route for qualifying students to get into Canada. This is very good news for Pakistani Canadians because they'll be able to receive family members who are here to study. It's also good for Canada. I am of the strong belief that whenever we welcome a newcomer to this country, Canada gets better. When we welcome a new student to Canada, especially someone from Pakistan, every Canadian will benefit because our universities, our colleges will be richer, the student experience of Canadian studying will be better, and Canada becomes a stronger and a more vibrant country because of an announcement like this today.
What do you think? This decision gives you some fuel for the elections? What do you think?
Well, I think everything we've done for the last 4 years. We had a period of almost 10 years under the Harper government where Pakistan was frozen out and where we had a government which was very suspicious of Muslims from around the world. Our government has said that we welcome people from all over the world, regardless of their religion, regardless of their country of origin. It takes time for us to get everything fixed. It takes time for us to improve processing times, but we've done a very good job. So as the election approaches, I am sure that Canadians will look at what we've done and will just say, we want more, and we promise to give more.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you
very much.
I appreciate it. I'm with Ruby South, Member Parliament from Brompton East. We are here today. The Minister of Immigration announced good news for the Pakistani students, and we asked Ruby, what's your take about this announcement?
Yeah, I think it's very exciting because I have a large Pakistani community, and for many months now, many have been coming to me, and actually I would say even for a year now. But more and more were coming more recently about the issue of students from Pakistan applying for student visas in Canada. And this new direct stream that has been announced today, it doesn't mean that, I think I need to clarify a little bit too, because there is definitely a lot of excitement, and as there should be, but this direct stream is for a student who can show over 7-point score in their IELTS, so which is higher than what probably the average student has to show, which is 6 or 6.5, depending on if it's postgrad or undergrad. And so it is for that student that has the good IELTS score, has the money, $10,000 to put in a GIC, that has their medical done and everything. And if you have all that done up front, has the admission from the school, then your processing time will be very short. And we're predicting, 3 weeks on average processing time. And I think that was a very big issue for Pakistani students because they couldn't plan properly. When the processing time is 8 months or 6 months, with some cases that were coming in were like that, by that point the semester would be over and they couldn't plan and they couldn't figure out where to go to apply to another country. So that was very unfortunate, the processing times, and this will help alleviate. It'll get at least a big chunk of students to just go through this quick stream. And then the other students that are going through the regular stream, there will be less of them. And hopefully that stream will improve in timing as well. So I think that's the big thing. The big issue is timing. Another issue is we are very focused now. We understand that people are saying that not many visas had been approved. So that is something that's definitely on the minister's mind, all of our minds. It's been talked to with the bureaucrats that are in charge of approving these visas. So we did see when changes were made to other streams for China and India, we saw improvements. And so we are looking forward to seeing much needed improvements here.
What about, as you mentioned, that there's the different points, like 6 points or 7 points. What do you think? That is the number drops because of this change? If the criteria is 7 points now.
So the criteria is usually set by the schools.
Yeah.
So you may get admission into the school on a 6 points or a 6.5, but in order to qualify for this student direct stream,
this program,
this speeded process, you have to have 7.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the schools will still require whatever they want to require for admission, but in order to get into the fast lane, you have to have that, and you have to have the $10,000 for GIC. Just same. It's the same for China. It's the same for India. It's the same rules for Philippines. Same. They were just providing this
Whoever
stream.
comes in this program, they have to have that 7 points.
So these were the rules for all the other countries. These are the same rules we're allowing for Pakistan.
But you think that at this point, when we are announcing this program, we are not late, like because this you are doing your efforts. All of the member parliaments doing effort for this. But several years we did this, and now we are listening this announcement today. It's a good news, of course.
Yes.
That you did a lot of efforts.
Yeah.
All member parliaments did a lot.
Yeah.
But the thing is that at this point, is it going to benefit you in the elections, the coming elections? What do you think? Because the people are, suffered a lot.
Yeah. We're trying to do the right thing. After we hear that there's concerns, our focus as a government is to do the right thing, something that benefits Canada and benefits our communities. So our goal is not necessarily the election. Like, immigration can be looked as a negative for the election, and it can be looked as a positive. It depends on your perspective. If you need immigration in your family or in your community, you will like the party that is offering these types of processes or policies. But if you're a person who is very anti-immigration, which we're seeing on the rise, this may not be a benefit to us in the election, right, for those people. So we're not doing it really for the election, but we are doing it to make sure that the people that have supported us have mentioned that they have concerns and issues, that they don't feel that they were neglected and that we have taken action on those issues. So it's about doing the right thing. And then the rest is up to the voter, how they feel about these issues. And some people will like it, some people won't. We think it's good for Canada. It has benefited us.
I think you are very popular in your area. The people likes you. I know that.
Yeah.
The point is that as far as other visas is concerned, like visit visas, whatever letters issued by the member parliament, they are not entertaining that. I don't know why is that. They didn't issue the visas on the basis of your letters.
Yes. So, a lot of us have come from countries where we want the influence of politicians to not be a part of the system, right? And then oftentimes still on the ground, I know people do need assistance, so we try to highlight what you are showing in that application. But of course, I do get notes back from the agents that have said, we have viewed the Member of Parliament's letter, but yet we are still refusing this file because they were not satisfied at the end of the day. So we are not the final decision maker. All we can do is highlight what is in your application so that the agent can take note of those things that are in the application. At the end of the day, a letter alone from a politician will not get you an approved application. You have to provide proof of income, you have to provide your establishment in your home country, your financial strength, your ties to your home country, lots of other things that you need to, your travel history, there's lots of things that they're looking for. That is first and foremost that you should try to get into your application. The letter is just a support as a cover letter saying you have provided these things.
Message for the students, especially Pakistani students for whom we are here today. So say something about those students directly in the camera.
Yes, absolutely. Hello to all the Pakistani students that are already here in Canada. Thank you so much for coming and making our institutions, our Canadian universities and colleges better with your presence. And of course, all the Pakistani students in Pakistan that might be watching this as well. We invite those students that want to come for a world-class education to Canada. But first and foremost, I must always remind, and every student that we talk to, is that this is a program for education. So those that want to come and study, this is not a work program, it is not a PR program, it is an education program. So those that want to improve themselves, and I think you can do that in Canada, you can definitely improve yourself through the education here. Your first goal should be to get that education, and if you think it will help you back home, then you should be coming. There are other streams that you might qualify for after you are here, but those are not guaranteed. And I do want to explain that to students because sometimes there are consultants and others back home in our home countries that misguide students and say that it's very easy and you'll be guaranteed PR. That is not the truth. Your first goal should be come apply if you want to get an education.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this clarification. It's very important.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm in the office of Ikra Khalid today. Minister Hussen was here who announced we have a good news for the students from Pakistan, and I want Ikra to explain that, please.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to you for being part of this this conversation, this dialogue, not just today, but the ongoing progress that has been happening in rebuilding that relationship between Pakistan and Canada. Over the past 10 years, we've watched that this relationship was really terminated. And when we talk about relationships between countries and how do we bring countries together, there's lots of bridges that connect different countries together. For example, through immigration, through tourism, through trade, through students, through information exchange, through international development. And all of those bridges really bring the two countries together. And over the past 4 years, where these bridges were broken in the past, we're now in the process of rebuilding. And today, we were talking about the student visa and that bridge, and how do we ensure that Pakistanis have the same opportunities as any around the world to be able to come to experience the world-class education that Canada has to offer, and Canadians are able to really receive that talent, the intelligence that Pakistani students have to give and offer to our phenomenal country. So today we announced that now Pakistan is one of 5 countries, including China, India, Vietnam, and Philippines, and now Pakistan, that is part of the direct stream for student application. And what that requires is that if you are able to put in your first year's tuition upfront, if you're able to pay that upfront, you can qualify for faster processing time for your student visas. And what that does is that not only does it have a direct impact on students that are applying from Pakistan for visas to come to Canada to study, but it also has an indirect impact. You can see that there's a policy shift about how we treat and how we trade and how we build relationships with Pakistan. And this is just one step through a series of steps. Some other steps, for example, have been better family reunification, where it used to take 4 years, 3 years to sponsor your spouse. Now it takes on average 12 months. This also is another bridge is your parental sponsorship. Now we've had over 20,000 parents coming in from all across the world, and I know Pakistanis through the work in my office have been able to take advantage of that service as well. There's increased trade. We've seen increased sharing of culture. We've seen memorandums of understanding that have been signed between Brock University and Karachi University to further increase that information trade. I'm not saying that the work is done. I'm not saying that this is the event that is going to fix and make sure that both countries are at par and are trading with each other, are building relationships with each other. I'm saying that this is a very positive step in addressing the challenges that students from Pakistan were facing in coming to Canada to study and to offer to Canadians their expertise and their intelligence. This is a wonderful day because this is going to have impact on that very serious issue that Canadians have brought to my attention.
Yeah, I know you did a lot of efforts, and all our member parliaments are working a long time for this good news. And I know that we asked some tough questions also in past, and we all did all this because we all trying hard to get to this point. And Alhamdulillah, we are here today. The thing is that, do you think that the students who comes here, they have the opportunity to go in different trades, change their status and things like that, or they have to go back?
Well, absolutely, they have the chance. And firstly, I will say that I appreciate when the Pakistani Canadian community holds me to account, holds all members of parliament to account, and voice their criticisms and give us their feedbacks, because it is through that feedback that we are able to act.
Exactly.
I always say that my constituents are my power base. It's through what they want that I am able to advocate for them. So I appreciate all of the advocacy advocacy. I appreciate the criticism and the feedback, and know that my doors are always open, and I'm more than happy to always receive that feedback in a reasonable, in a sitting and conversing, dialoguing kind of way. So I appreciate that, Nadeem Bhai. You've always been there. Thank you. And then secondly, with respect to when students come to Canada and they now get their degrees from Canadian universities or colleges, we have multiple different streams where they can switch their student visas to work permits, or to then in the long term apply for permanent residence in Canada as well. I think it's a great investment in youth that come to Canada and to really help build our country. I think we as Canadians will be the net beneficiaries of this.
Will you directly give this news and say congratulations to the community, to the families who are doing efforts for their back home, their relatives and their associates, whoever they're in Pakistan? So just say congratulations to them.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the Canadians of Pakistani heritage. Congratulations to Pakistanis abroad. This is great news. This is another building of a bridge between Canada and Pakistan as we continue to strengthen the people-to-people relationship between these two dynamic and wonderful countries. So congratulations, and I look forward to continuing to advocate for the issues of all Canadians here in Canada.
You see, she's Iqra Khalid, our beloved member parliament, and I hope that you all are coming out, supporting, voting, and going door to door and convince for her. Thank you very much. We want her back to his office. Thank you. नाजरीन, हम आज मौजूद हैं इकरा खालिद मेंबर पार्लियामेंट के ऑफ़िस में। यहाँ पर इमिग्रेशन मिनिस्टर ने आज पाकिस्तानी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए एक अनाउंसमेंट किया, जिसमें कि अब पाकिस्तान से जो तालिब इल्म हैं वो बड़ी आसानी से बहुत कम वक्त में यहाँ आ सकेंगे। ये मसला बहुत अरसे से हमारे सामने था और हम हमेशा इसके ऊपर आवाज़ उठाते रहे। तमाम मीडिया इस पे बात करता रहा, हमारे तमाम मेंबर पार्लियामेंट ये कोशिश करते रहे कि किस तरह इस मसले को हल किया जाए, और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आज इमिग्रेशन मिनिस्टर हुसैन ने इस बात का ऐलान किया है कि अब पाकिस्तानी स्टूडेंट्स बहुत कम वक्त में पाकिस्तान से यहाँ आ सकेंगे। मज़ीद मालूमात के लिए आप हमारे न्यूज़पेपर्स पाकिस्तान टाइम्स को पढ़िए और वेबसाइट पे जाइए इमिग्रेशन की, और वहाँ से आप इंफॉर्मेशन हासिल कर सकते हैं। बहुत शुक्रिया।